Is it working this time? It is. Okay. Welcome to Metaphysics with Masterson. Metaphysics with Masterson. That's what I called it. Someone suggested the name, what was it? It was Masterson of the Universe. Wasn't really ringing any bells. Sorry. But, yeah. Anyway. Metaphysics with Masterson. I just looked up synonyms for philosophy. Metaphysics was there. Used that as an M. Rhymes, well, not rhymes, but, you know. Alliterate. Is that a word? Alliterate? Oh. Well, alliterates with Masterson, so there we go. We're using it. Metaphysics with Masterson. So, today, on the first episode of M with M, we're going to be talking about the cosmological argument. So, basically, it goes like this. It's an argument that states that every effect must have a cause, which is simple enough. If I were to pick my tie up, the tie's not going to just levitate by itself. I need to pick it up in order for it to do that. And then if I drop it, likewise, it's going to fall down. It won't just go down by itself, it needs to do so by the force of gravity. Simple enough. So the argument states that every effect must have a cause, and that cause itself must have an effect to cause it, and so on. And then you go back in the chain of reaction for however many years, like 13.7 billion years or something, and then you get to the Big Bang, and then you ask the question, well, what caused the Big Bang? And scientists really just shrug their shoulders. Theologians, on the other hand, just say that, well, God must have done it because we don't know what else could have. And that's really the whole idea of a God. It's to explain what we can't on our own using conventional means. It's just a God of the get-ups. That's what it is. So, my main issue with this argument is it's just a bit silly. It's just like so the argument is it says that God is an eternal being, that he exists outside of time and space. He had no beginning, he had no end, and that's how it's always been. Just saying out loud, it sounds so logically irrational to me. And I mean, in itself, you can't disprove it, and you almost think that there has to be something eternal, but to say that it's an intelligent, omnipotent, omnibenevolent being is truly absurd. Because you're making so many assumptions there that just appeal to you, and it doesn't. It's not how life works. You can't just accept any truths that you want to, depending on how nice they sound. So I guess how much time am I? Doesn't really say. Yes, recording. Yeah, okay. Lost the flow now. Where was I? Yeah. So the key issue here is that obviously, yes, there has to be, well, not obviously, but it makes sense that there had to be something that was eternal. But it can be equally easily said that the universe in itself is eternal. in an yeah, I know the Big Bang makes us think that the universe we're in. Oh, 4 minutes. Okay, the universe that we're in has been around for 13.7 billion years, and that indeed is the case. Because if we look at the expansion of the universe, that's of course exponential. We bring that back down to singularity, where everything is at one infinitesimally small point. We get to the Big Bang, and that happened at about 13.7 billion years ago. I need to factor in 13.4 billion. I don't know, whatever. Maybe something else entirely, but that doesn't really matter. That's besides the point. So if you said that the universe was 13.7 billion years old, you would be correct. However, there could have been universes before it, but not a finite amount of universes, an infinite amount of series of universes with the exact same chain of events in our universe. And I know what you're thinking, it's crazy, doesn't really make sense. But hear me out. Okay, so there's this thing called the information paradox, and it goes like this. The law of conservation of energy states that matter, well, not matter, but energy cannot be created or destroyed. And matter itself is a form of energy, just very compressed energy. That's all it is. So, I guess, if you have a black hole, black holes suck in energy, that's what they do. And then they eventually decay to Hawking radiation, that's the creation and destruction of virtual particles. And one issue there is that matter itself is being created because whilst typically virtual particles come into existence, smash together, and are destroyed. The net value in the universe has not changed at all. Antimatter, matter, smashes together, gone. Simple as that. However, with black holes, say this is the event horizon here, that's where matter cannot escape if it's on one side of it. Say if this is the event horizon, virtual particle comes into creation here, and one here, one of them goes into the black hole, and the other one is free to roam the universe. Immediately, matter has been created there, so something is going on. And then the other issue is black holes in themselves take in matter and never return it to the universe. I mentioned Hawking radiation earlier because eventually black holes do decay due to Hawking radiation and eventually cease to exist completely. And all that matter is just gone. It's just deleted. So that's where the information paradox comes in. It completely contradicts the law of conservation of energy, and it completely takes a piss on our understanding of physics. Or does it? You see, okay, so scientists have speculated these objects called white holes. They're the exact opposite to black holes. Now, a white hole simply does the opposite of a black hole. It just spews out matter. I'm trying to keep this geared towards philosophy instead of physics, but for the sake of this argument itself, I'm having to talk about physics. It's just, anyway. But we haven't ever seen a white hole. We haven't recorded them ever. They're completely speculative things. But I'm gonna try to keep this short as possible. A black hole sucks in matter, white hole spews out that matter from the black hole. It's kind of like a yin and yang sort of thing, except it's nothing like that at all, but that's irrelevant. What is relevant is white holes and how they have to exist. They have to. And I'm not saying that like, oh no, they have to for the sake of my... I mean, they literally have to. Somewhere in the universe, or a universe, a white hole must exist. Now, the smarter people among you may be able to see where I'm going with this. The white hole was the Big Bang. Now let's go back a few years. By a few years, I mean a few billion, quintillion, septahexta, quintessential, a million years, whatever, how old the universe is gonna be. Eventually, the universe is going to come to fall to 3 different deaths, if you will. One of them, which we're going to focus on, is the entire engulfing in whatever, the entire encompassing of the universe by a supermassive black hole. And all of the matter in the universe goes into that black hole, and that's it. Nothing can ever happen again in our universe, and that's it. The world is over. The universe is over. Everyone's dead. Anything's dead. Nothing can ever happen again. The end. But that's not really true, is it? That doesn't make sense. Because then surely, logically, nothing would have ever happened. Because on that scale, you'd be comparing an infinitely long time of nothing to our finite time of something. Therefore, nothing happened ever. So that's where white holes come in. They have to exist, logically speaking. So the white hole would happen not only in a separate dimension, it would happen inside the black hole, and then that is where the next generation of universe would happen. Not only would it be the next generation of the universe, it would be the exact same universe inside the black hole. So that means we are in an infinite chain of events, going round and round and round and round and round and round, and nothing will ever be able to stop it. It's kind of a sad truth, isn't it? Well, it's not a truth, maybe, I don't know. But I guess if it were a truth, all I could say to you is, don't fuck up your life. Otherwise, you'll spend eternity fucking it up. And with that, I need to make an outro or something. I don't know, maybe like... I don't think I explained that very well. I definitely could have done a better job. I don't know. I just cranked out a low quality video. I don't have a script or anything. I know I keep looking down, but I'm just smacking the table for ideas. I just rambled, and I didn't have direction. I might redo this video. It's an interesting topic, but I don't know. Typically, I do want to keep videos shorter than this. But, like, since I didn't have a plan, I just wanted to churn out a low quality video, you know, to get the channel on its feet. Depending on how many people check out the channel, I may keep it going or not. I don't know. Although I have looked into some editing software, so in that respect I might be able to churn out some better quality videos. And over there I have a decent microphone as well. So if I can get that working, yeah, that'll be some decent audio compared to this static sound going on. This is like a £10 headset from eBay, I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.